NBA star. Imagine signing a $40 million contract to barely step on the court. Sounds crazy, right? Welcome back to the channel, Hoop fans. Today, we're diving into the wild world of NBA money with the 7 most overpaid players of all time. These are guys who cash massive checks but left fans scratching their heads. From all-stars derailed by injuries to role players paid like superstars, this list is packed with jaw-dropping stories. Who's number 1? Trust me, you're not ready. So grab your popcorn and let's kick things off with number 7. All right, let's kick off our countdown at number 7, Evan Fournier. Now, this one's a head-scratcher. Back in 2021, Fournier signed a juicy $73 million deal over 4 years with the Knicks, and by 2023 to 24, he was pulling in $18.9 million. For what? 6.9 points per game on a shaky 35.9% shooting with the Pistons. Ouch. Don't get me wrong, Fournier had his moments, like dropping 20 points a night in Orlando. But injuries and a crowded Knicks roster turned him into the NBA's most expensive bench warmer. Fun fact, he was paid about $2.7 million per point scored last season. That's a wild stat. Fournier's a solid dude, but that contract? Yikes. All right, that's a tough one, but number 6 is even wilder. Let's check it out. All right, moving up to number 6, Andrew Wiggins. Now, Wiggs is a tricky one. In 2023 to 24, he was pulling in $24.3 million with the Warriors, part of a $109 million extension through 2027. But here's the catch. He averaged just 13.2 points on 45.3% shooting, a far cry from his 2022 Finals heroics. Don't get me wrong, Wiggins was key to that championship, locking down stars like Luka. But $24 million for a third option who sometimes disappears. That's tough to justify. Injuries and personal time off haven't helped either, costing him 11 games that season. Here's a crazy stat. His real value was $10.5 million, meaning he was overpaid by about $13.8 million. Would you pay that much for a supporting act? Drop your thoughts below. Ouch! That's a lot of cash. But number 5 will blow your mind. Let's keep going. All right, at number 5, we've got Blake Griffin, a name that hits right in the feels. Back in 2017, the Clippers handed Blake a massive $171 million deal over 5 years, expecting Lob City magic, but injuries crashed the party. By 2022-23, his final season, he was earning $29 million with Boston, yet only averaged 4.1 points in 41 games. That's rough for a former All-Star. Blake's career earnings hit $258 million, but his real value, around $178 million, meaning he was overpaid by about $80 million. From dunking over cars to battling knee issues, it's sad to see such talent slow down. Crazy stat. He was paid $7 million per point scored that last year. Blake gave his all, but that contract? Woof, tough break for him, but number 4's story is a real head-scratcher. Let's dive in. Moving up to number 4, we've got Tyson Chandler, a defensive beast, but a pricey one. Over his 19-year career, Chandler racked up $189 million in earnings. Sounds fair for a 2011 champ, right? Not quite. His real value was only $100 million, leaving an $89 million gap. Take his $52 million Phoenix deal from 2015 to 2019. By 2008 and 19, he was earning $13.6 million for just 3.1 points and 5.6 rebounds a game. Yikes! Chandler's hustle and rim protection were elite, earning him Defensive Player of the Year in 2012. But those later years? He was more mentor than star. Here's a wild one. That last season, he made $4.4 million per point scored. Respect to Tyson, but that's a hefty paycheck. That's a lot for a role player. But number 3's contract is next level. Stay with me. Here we go. Number 3, Klay Thompson. Now, Klay is a Warriors legend, but hear me out. In 2023 to 24, He was cashing $43.2 million, part of a $190 million max deal. What did he deliver? 17.9 points on 41.5% shooting, a step down from his splash brother prime. After tearing his ACL and Achilles, Klay's not the same two-way star, yet that paycheck says otherwise. His career earnings? $266 million, but real value pegs him at $163 million, a $103 million overpay. Don't get me wrong, 4 rings and clutch shots earn love, but $43 million for a six-man vibe, that's spicy. Fun stat. He was paid $2.4 million per point last season. Is loyalty worth that much? Hit the comments with your take. That one's debatable. But number 2 is a shocker. Stay with me. Climbing to number 2, it's Gordon Hayward, a story that stings. In 2020, Hayward signed a monster $120 million deal with Charlotte, banking $31.5 million in 2023 to 24. The return? Just 9.8 points on 46.8% shooting in 25 games before a trade to OKC. Injuries, man, they crushed him. From a 2017 All-Star dropping 22 a night to battling ankle and calf issues, Hayward's career earnings hit $272 million. But his real value? Only $141 million, leaving a $131 million overpay. That $120 million contract for a guy who played half the games? Brutal. Get this. Last season, he earned $3.2 million per point scored. Hayward fought hard, but those injuries weren't his fault, just bad luck. It's a tough one, but the top spot is unreal. Here's number 1. Here it is, the top spot. John Wall, the king of overpaid contracts. Once a lightning-fast all-star, Wall's career took a heartbreaking turn. In 2022 to 23, he earned $47.4 million with the Clippers, but played just 34 games, averaging 11.4 points on 40.8% shooting. Why so high? His $276 million in career earnings dwarf his real value of $161 million. That's a $115 million overpay. A devastating Achilles injury in 2019, plus knee issues, stole his prime. Back in Washington, his $170 million max deal looked fair until he barely played. Here's the kicker. That last season, he was paid $4.2 million per point scored. Wall's heart and hustle never faded, but injuries aren't cheap. It's a tough pill, but that's the NBA. That's our list crazy, right? Let's wrap this up. Wow, what a wild ride. From Evan Fournier's bench bucks to John Wall's injury heartbreak, these 7 stars show how crazy NBA money can get. But here's the truth. Basketball is about passion, not just paychecks. Who do you think got overpaid the most? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more NBA heat every week. Let's keep the hoops vibe alive. See you in the next one.